Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 21 of Stud Skill Hub. I'm Dr. Asha Jindal. In this session, you will understand the chi-square goodness of fit test for one sample. This test help you to determine whether observed data follows an expected distribution. You will learn when to use this test, how to calculate the test statistics manually, and using Jamovi, how to interpret the p-value and how to draw conclusions. The chi-square goodness of fit test is a statistical method used to compare observed frequencies with expected frequencies. The main idea is simple. We check whether the difference between observed and expected counts are small enough to be explained by random chance. If the differences are large, we may conclude that population does not follow the hypothesized distribution. This test is used for a single categorical variable with multiple categories. When to use this test? Before applying this test, certain condition must be satisfied. First, the data should come from a simple random sample. Second, the variable must be categorical, meaning it consists of distinct categories such as colors, types, outcomes, or preferences. Third, the data must be in the form of counts or frequencies, not average or continuous measurements. Finally, each expected frequency should be at least phi to ensure validity of the chi-square approximation. To understand the procedure clearly, let us consider a fair die example. Suppose we roll a die 60 times and want to test whether die is fair. If the die is truly fair, each side should occur with equal probability, that is 1/6. So the expected frequency for each phase is 60 multiplied by 1 upon 6, which equals to 10. However, our observed frequencies are slightly different. 9, 15, 9, 8, 6, 13. Now the question is, are these differences simply due to random variation, or is the die actually unfair? Step number 1. The first formal step is stating the hypothesis. The null hypothesis states that the observed frequencies are consistent with the hypothesized distribution. In our example, this means the die is fair. Alternative hypothesis states that the observed frequencies are not consistent with the hypothesized distribution. This would mean the die is not fair. So essentially, we are testing whether the observed deviation are statistically significant. Step 2, choose the significance level. The significance level represent the probability of making a type 1 error, that is, rejecting H0 when it is actually true. Common choices are 0.1, 0.05, or 0.10. In most statistical studies, including our example, we will use level of significance denoted by alpha equal to zero point 0.05. This means we are willing to accept a 5% risk of incorrectly rejecting the null hypothesis. Now we'll calculate the expected frequencies and test statistics. The expected frequency formula is E equal to total observations multiplied by the probability. So here, for a fair die with 60 rolls, 60 into 1 by 6, so 10 for each phase. So this is the observed frequencies are there. Total turns out to be 60 and expected frequencies are 10, 10, 10 for each phase. Again, total turns out to be 60. Chi-square test statistics is This symbol is read as chi-square equal to summation observed frequency minus expected frequency whole square divided by expected frequency. I will calculate as 9 minus 10, which is minus 1 square divided by 10, which turns out to be 0.10. Next is 15 minus 10. So 5 square divided by 10 turns out to be 2.50. 9 minus 10 square divided by 10 again comes out to be 0.10. Similarly, you carry out for rest of three observations. It turns out to be 0.40, 1.60, 0.90. When you add this entire column, this gives you chi-square statistics value, which has comes out to be 5.6. So after substituting all values and adding the components, we obtain the chi-square equal to 5.6. The next step is finding the degrees of freedom and the p-value. For the chi-square goodness of fit test, the degrees of freedom are calculated as df equal to k minus 1, where k is number of categories minus 1. For our die problem, df is equal to 6 minus 1 equal to 5. Since the die has 6 categories, the degrees of freedom become 5. Using a chi-square table or a software with chi-square equal to 5.6 and degrees of freedom equal to 5, we obtained a p-value approximately to 0.34. Finally, we interpret the results. The decision rule is if p-value is less than or equal to alpha, reject the null hypothesis. If p-value is greater than alpha, do not reject the null hypothesis. In our example, p-value is 0.34, which is greater than 0.05. Therefore, we do not reject the null hypothesis. This means there is not enough statistical evidence to conclude that die is unfair. An important point to remember is failing to reject the null hypothesis does not prove the die is fair. It only means that the sample data does not provide strong evidence against fairness. Now I am taking the next example of brands. This I will do demonstration using in this example, a marketer believes that four smartphone brands are equally attractive. He asks 43 people which brand they prefer, resulting in this data set. If the brands are equally attractive, each brand should be chosen by roughly the same number of respondents. In other words, my expected frequencies under the null hypothesis are 43 divided by 4 brands, which is 10.75 cases for each brand. Now, let me show you this problem using Jamovi. I have already opened the brands.omv dataset. You could see that Samsung, HTC, Apple, and others. 4 brands are there. Okay. Now I will go first to the analysis tab. Select frequencies. In frequencies, one sample proportion test, I will select n outcomes. Chi-square, goodness of fit. Once this is selected, you could see my window how it has been come. Brand as the variable, expected count. You could see automatically the result has been come up. So what was the my null hypothesis? Anyone who would like to say? My null hypothesis is my H0 is 4 brands are equally attractive and H1 is 4 brands are not equally attractive. Here my test statistics chi-square is 6.9535 and p-value is 0.0734, which is greater than 0.05. Hence, we accept H0 and conclude that we could not demonstrate that The four brands are not equally attractive. Let's move back to the presentation. To summarize today's session, the chi-square goodness of fit test help to compare observed and expected frequencies for a single categorical variable. It is useful in many real-world situations such as checking product quality distribution, studying demographic representation, and validating genetic ratio in biology. Thank you. Happy learning.